Tracey GILLIAM live here in Southfield, Michigan. I have the legendary Lord Yancy with me. He has been performing internationally all over the world, literally. He's performed at the White House with Michelle Obama. He performed, Shane Park, a lot of major venues. He has been with the Platinum. Those of you that are familiar with him, those that you aren't, I'd like to introduce to some and present to others. The Lord Yancy.
What's up, bro? Good to run into you here in Michigan.
You are an extraordinary talent. I've seen. Ever since I've known you for about 20 years, that you have blown that horn like something the Grover Washingtons and the Kenny G's, and on that level. You've always saw that potential, and then one day, as that potential, that seed was planted, you came to whom you are. So there was no mystery that you was arriving at your destination and steadily going. So you have. How does it feel now to be walking in your destiny?
It feels natural, like drinking water, baby. It's just what we do. It's funny that you mentioned Grover, because that was my idol growing up. And then when I got a chance to meet him, man, it was just like, oh, I thought I was meeting Michael Jackson or something.
Wow.
So it's just good, man. I think I tell everybody, pursue what's in your heart. Take it to that next level.
Speaking of Grover, let me ask you this. I was a big fan of Grover as well. Did you ever have a chance to do a session with him?
No, we didn't play together. I actually caught him down at the Fox.
Okay.
And I had backstage excess, and just went and kicked it with him, and he just put some knowledge on me, man.
Yeah, that's a bad man. Give me two favorite Grover Washington songs you like.
So many, man. Wine Light, and of course the number one hit that that most saxophonists will play at some point in their lifetime, Mr. Magic.
Mr. Magic, okay. Grover is, he had a transition with his music, from when he went into the latter part of his career, when he went more to the I don't know what to call it, the soft jazz. But I enjoyed it all. I've enjoyed it all, and he brought the Bill Withers in, and it just took it to a whole, like George Benson. George Benson, he played, and then he took his music to that what would we call that, the I don't make a name up for it, but I know they have a name, more contemporary style. Yeah. But you kind of do it all yourself. You got from what more style are you leaning toward now, or as you just adjust to the climate or the atmosphere of the country or the audience, or are you focusing something specifically now towards your recording as far as style?
Well, in terms of style, I studied classical and jazz at the U of M, and prior to that, I learned how to play sitting next to a big old B3 organ at a church. And since college and the beginning, I played everything in between. So I just play with a conglomeration of my experience, man. I just throw it, I make it hip, I make it funky, and I make it feel good.
Well, see, now you have Lord Yancy. He's not just a musician, but he's an educated man. He didn't just wake up and just start blowing the horn. This man has a degree from the University of Michigan. He's been playing, so this is what artists today that is not that have schooling or are able to read music, how limited are they?
I wouldn't say that they are limited at all. They're probably a little bit more expanded in a sense. But what I find is that sometimes the education is always a blessing, but that innate talent, that which I got from playing it next to an organ, school can't teach that. So I got the best of both worlds. And I've seen guys that are all booked, and they're missing that soul element. So it's nice to have a combination of both worlds.
Okay. So any advice to these upcomers, potential musicians, as far as coming up, as far as reading music, understanding music, or just being able to freelance? Is anything that you'd like to add to them, from your perspective?
I don't mean to call anybody out, but there's a number of musicians who didn't get the schooling. and they limit themselves by not fully learning their instrumentation. Technology makes it so easy. Back in the day, an organ didn't have a button that you could push and then modulate the keys for you. Today, these guys learn how to play in one key, and they pushing the button to do all the rest of the work. Don't limit your potential, because you go and run into a situation where that button ain't gonna be able to get you out. Learn your craft, no matter what it is. So, I mean, be Michael Jordan at it. Put the time in it. Follow that seed in your heart. Do your thing. Be the best at it.
So I guess they call that creating beats, and buying beats and then putting their music and whatnot on top of that. So you are the original beat maker, in other words.
It's in us from the cradle. I was making beats with the pacifier. I was making beats.
So you getting it fresh, straight from scratch. When you're dealing with Lord Yancy, you're not getting nothing often imitated but never duplicated. So you're getting authentic, the real deal, Holyfield. Okay. Well, we enjoying the Sunday afternoon here after the holidays. I'm sure you enjoyed a good festive holiday.
Yes. I'm not eating for at least another week.
I was fortunate. I had dinner, and then after dinner, went to another relative's house. At the beginning of the dinner, caught the grace, and then we started another buffet, and they handed me a plate.
Man, I tell you, it was like too much food.
Yeah.
I try not to pig out, right?
Right.
I'm working on the maps with my youth.
Right.
I may have lost one. That's how we end.
Well, sometimes we wait all year long for this, from right after Halloween. You get into the Thanksgiving season, and I have a birthday that week of Thanksgiving, and then you go into Christmas and New Year's. All happens together. So it's thank you. I mean, got a year older and felt 10 years younger.
Whatever he's drinking. I'm gonna order a couple of them.
Okay, Tracey GILLIAM, Lord Yancy, we out.